Hey everybody, Jochen Heiden here. I'm back with the Lodrik versus Heiden campaign, Scenario 1. This is the 9th of March, 1942, turn 93. I have a feeling this is going to be a big one, so grab your popcorn, favorite drink. Let's find out what happens. Okay, here we go. This is March 9th, 1942. I am expecting a big battle near Darwin. Okay, he grabs a dot base. Looks like in the Gilbert Islands. I've turned off the grids here just to make it look a little nicer. Hopefully you enjoy it. Oh, well, look at that. Two battleships. All right, so this is one of my Dutch um, little whatchamacallits. Oh, jeez. What do I call these things? Yeah, the local minesweepers. I sent him out here just to kind of act like a buffer, so I would have a chance to see what all it was that he was throwing at me. And we got the Fuso here, and I'm assuming that's the Yamashiro next to it. And there it is. The Fuso and the Yamashiro coming at us with a 4-destroyer escort. Not great. All right. He's really coming in. Right off the bat, it does not look like we're having so much luck with our night bombers here. Okay, well, we do get some Hudsons into Norfolk, which is odd. It's not where I told them to go, but whatever. I'll take it. So our Hudsons come in at 3,000 feet, get some bombing done, but don't do any real damage here. Severe storms in the Hex, low moonlight. It's not conducive to good strikes. All right, so we get some of our bombers do make it into Rabaul, and we don't get anything out of it. Okay, some more. Nothing. Alright, some B-17s do get into Bangkok. No damage. Wow, this is a big goose egg right now. Nothing. Wow. So, more Liberators coming in the Rabaul. I'm sure they'll get nothing done. Yep. Man, it's got to be the moonlight, right? The moonlight is really low, so they can't see? Maybe? Man, I think that light cruiser damage is going to get away from us. Oh, finally, here we go. Finally get some hits here. Looks like we take out an Oscar on the ground. I'll take that. Better than nothing. Couple hits on the base too. So that was it for your night bombing. Not that great. At least something flew. Oh, man. All right, so I put the S-41, who was on his way back out to the Dutch East Indies. I set him to go towards the enemy, and at least we got an intercept here. So whatever I did to set that up did work. Didn't hit anything. Destroyers are hard to hit with torpedoes because they're maneuverable, right? But at least we tried. And these were Mark 10 torpedoes, so if they'd hit, they would have done something. Dang, there he is. He's at the Vow. I thought we were going to get ahead of it, but I think he beat us there by a day. Our SIGINT did tell us he was coming in here, and it's going to be an SNLF unit that does it. I think the Kure SNLF. We called it, right? SIGINT. It's great. Okay, now we're in daylight. Got Coast Watchers reporting some stuff here. So he's firmly onto... Oh, no. Where's my escorts? Oh, man. Dang it. I have escorts on these guys. I don't know why they didn't do anything. Thanks a lot, guys. Better late than never, I guess, right? Shoot. Well, I'm pretty sure that Jeff Davis is a done deal here. There it goes. Ooh. I guess he's found our subs out here. Wow, did you guys see Darwin? I think he's coming in. Wow, what is this? Oh, yeah, that's stuff coming out of Luganville, I assume. Okay, any second now, I'm expecting a big air battle near Darwin. What? Oh, dang it. I knew it. He's down at the edge of the map. I knew it. Dang it. He found our convoys, guys. I knew he was going to come down there. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. It's so stupid. I can't get away from him. There's nothing I can do. These convoys had to go. I was worried about this, too. And there he is. He came all the way down to the edge of the map. These guys have got to be out of ammo soon. He's been flying for days. We're going to lose so much stuff here, guys. This is... no good. No good. No good at all. This is really bad. Yeah, and it is to Hiryu. We can see that from the name of the squadron coming in. Dang it. I'm gonna lose so much stuff here. I had no choice though. They were already committed, right? I had to go. I had to go. So we're just gonna have to deal with this. We were too far down the road to turn around and get away. So he just pushed all the way down to the edge of the map. It's just dark garbage, dude. I don't know how much more of this I want to watch. Alright, let's just... Ugh. How many sorties does this stupid carrier have on it? They can't have many left. They've got to be out. Look at this. Alright guys, you ready for a slaughter? You ready? Here's coming. So... I'm going to scroll down slowly because... Oh, shoot. There it is. Yeah, this is a heavily laden convoy with all kinds of stuff on it that I needed. It was too far. By the time he decided to head south here, I couldn't turn it around. It was too far gone. So I decided to run it, and we're not going to make it to New Zealand. I don't think within the next day or two, none of these ships are going to make it. And there are aircraft on here. There's very important stuff on this convoy that I really needed. So we're going to lose a lot of stuff here. He's got to be out of sorties on this task force, though. It's got one carrier. They only have a finite amount of sorties they can fly, and then they have to go back. Oh, jeez. Now he's using the fighters to attack, too. Because he knows that we have no... He knows that we have no fighters out here to stop him. So he can use his zeros as ship attacks. Cheesy crap, man. Oh, man, look at this. We're going to lose so much stuff. Oh. What? I didn't know you could use Pete's for this. What? Really? Here's our big battle. We've been asking for it. So, we got Buffaloes engaging zeros and Pete's that are apparently being used as fighters. I've never seen that, but I guess you can do it. I can't imagine that's going to go well for him. Alright, so at least what happened was what I wanted. I got the Buffaloes to fly escort, We got these Banshees coming out of Darwin, and hopefully we can get through this cap and slam some ships. These Banshees carry 1,000-pound bombs, and if they hit, he's in trouble. I will be utterly shocked if a Pete shoots down a Buffalo. No way. There you go. Here we go. Come on, Buffaloes. It's up to you. We have to defeat this. Man, I wanted action, but this is more than I wanted. Between that convoy getting intercepted down that map edge and this, it's not so great. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this now. Let's go ahead and find out how this ends. So, look for a lot of exploding aircraft here, alright? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so some Banshees get through. Come on, let's get a hit. Let's get a hit. Nothing. Not at all what I wanted here, so those zeros are just so powerful right now. We lose a lot of Banshees. 2 Buffaloes as well, probably more. You can almost double or triple these numbers if you want to know what they really do. And these Banshees get nothing done, but let's keep going. Look at that. Unescorted. These guys are dead. All of them are slaughtered. Well, that didn't go well at all. And this is not going well. Look at that. I'll tell you right now, this turn is turning out to be an absolute train wreck for me. We're in the PM phase now, so let's see what happens. A lot of recon missions in China. Did no bombing, interestingly. He's got to be probably run out of supply there. All right, so already this is not going to go well. So let's just go ahead and watch this. So basically all of our Banshees are shot down. Buffaloes are shot down. These Petes are acting like meat shields for the zeros. We're not getting any zeros taken out. So our defense of Darwin is not going well. That went terribly. It's not going well. Alright, so here we go with the landing. This is the landing at Darwin. So he's using the... Oh! Okay, that's pretty good. We got a 9-inch gun, got a hit on the Hyuga. And another 6-inch gun hit. Ooh, another hit on the Hyuga. Another hit on the Hyuga. Nice. I'm not quite sure how 9-inch guns are going to compare or how they stack up against the armor, but we're definitely getting some hits on the Hyuga here. Wow, it's taking a beating, isn't it? Issei. Oh, this is something else. Okay, so he's got the Yamashiro, the Fuso, the Issei, and the Hyuga involved in this. Our coastal guns are actually doing pretty good here. Normally I would fast forward. Ooh, ooh. I would normally fast forward through this, but we're actually doing pretty good here, so I kind of want to watch this. Ooh, nice. Nice. Here we go. Nice. Get another hit on this guy. Nice. Wow, we're really damaging these destroyers here. Nice. That's what I want to see. Nice. Come on, more. More. Nice. Hosho. Oh, really? Man, look at these shore batteries. They're tearing it up. Oh, nice. A 9-inch gun just hit that guy. That's a big gun to be hitting that. Why is the Hosho... the Hosho is shore bombarding. What? You better watch out, man. Ooh. Got another hit on that guy. Man, we're doing good here. Hosho, you better get out of there, man. Nice. Another hit. Man, this is a full-fledged invasion. This is probably the biggest invasion we've seen yet. Come on, guns. We need to fire back. Chiyoda's even getting in on the action. Alright, look at this. So, this ship got hit hard. This got hit hard. Alright, well. We caused some damage unloading here. Unfortunately for us, we took way more casualties than he did. Yikes. That's... Ugh. Yeah, that was a lot of losses. But maybe we'll get a couple of these things to sink. That'd be great. What is he bringing in here? The 15th Army. 3 infantry regiments. A 33rd Division. Wow, that's a lot. Yikes. Man, he's coming in heavy. Oh! Really? I didn't expect this. You would think he would have tried to soften these guys up with some bombing, but he didn't. So I don't know how this is going to go for him. All right, let's see how this goes. We better hold. That's all I got to tell you. We got to hold. Yeah, and we held. Look at that. But at a very heavy cost. So I would say that we're not doing well. This adjusted is not what I really want to see. He's got 3,000 AV in there. It's like he's not even hurt. So we take a lot of losses, and ours are going to be harder to replace than his in this area. Alright, so this is what we've got defending against all of this. I don't see Darwin lasting very long. We do have a decent bombardment here. But if you look at the disparity of force here, I don't see us being able to hold Darwin for long. There it is, guys. It's over. It's it. This was the final unit on Malaya that we've got, and they finally just went down. So the Royal Trash Army finally got the job done. The 12th Henyang Brigade is no more. And with that, it is the end of organized resistance on Malaya. We've got nothing left. Well, we held out till March. I guess that's okay. This turn was a big soup sandwich. This was no good. I'm not happy with this. Darwin's going to fall. We lost a valuable troop convoy because of Lodrik's map writing nonsense, and then it's just, it is what it is, I guess, right? Well, let's see if we get any reinforcements here or something. Yep, we got some ships coming in. More tankers, like we need more tankers right now. I can't sail them anywhere. This is units that are transferring. These are not new. These are units that are transferring as well. And transfers. None of this is new stuff right now. Yuck. That's all I got to say about this one. Yuck. Well, here we are. The invasion of Australia has commenced. But why Darwin? Well, I think I know why. I do know why Darwin. We'll talk about it. Let's start with our numbers, though. Ooh, and today was not a good day in the air. We're showing 30 losses versus 9 for him. We lost 15 Banshees, and I actually think it's more than that. 8 Buffaloes, which were completely useless. We shot down 6 Petes, which I just is frustrating that he's even able to use Petes as cap, and they were basically acting as big meat shields for the Zeros. He loses a few Oscars. We lose 2 B-26 Marauders on the ground, you know, because a ship that they were on sank, but I actually think it's more than that, and I'll show you why. A 1-0 lost, and a smattering of other stuff. A Seagull, PBY-5, which unfortunately we can't afford to be losing a lot of these. B-17D went down, but flak. A Donier 24, which we don't get any more of. And a Lodestar, we don't get any more of those. So definitely a bad day in the air. No good. Alright. Taking a look at the Army loss points. We ticked up another 44 Army loss points to his basically almost none. Allied ship sunk. Not so great. So, out in the middle of nowhere, Lodrik manages to find yet another troop or aircraft-laden convoy and destroys it. So there these all go. Basically, these 6 ships were all sunk, more or less, out in the middle of nowhere. Wellington taken out by a sub. The Jeff Davis near by a sub, and this AMC was little cannon fodder I threw up near Darwin, but I didn't really count for much. Okay. So if we take a look at the overall numbers, Lodrik ticked up about 130 some odd points again this turn, and for the last 4 turns he's been going steadily upwards and adding a bit of a gap to things. I don't think it's enough for him to win the war or the auto victory me, but it's definitely, we're trending in the wrong direction. And I would hope by March 1942 we wouldn't be doing that, but we definitely are. Okay. So, I did take a look at the combat report. I saw nothing noteworthy on there that you didn't already see. We could talk about some SIGINT, though. First thing I noticed was that we know that the 6th Tank Regiment is located at Lahat, which is over here on Sumatra, which I assume they're probably now here. So any day now I'm expecting a shock attack from here into Palembang. And then that'll be the end of that. Let's see what else. Oh, radio traffic at 132, 124. And I found that over here near Tarawa. Where's Tarawa? There we go. See, 132, 124. All right. I don't know what that is, but it said heavy radio traffic, if you see that here. Heavy volume of radio transmissions at 132, 124. So there is something in this hex. It's got to be ships. So I'm not sure what that means. It could be anything, but typically if you have heavy radio traffic in a hex like this, there's some multiple ships moving in some type of direction. And this is deep in his territory where I have no kind of scouting. If you can see here, we're only getting to about here. And at Canton, we're only getting to here. So this is a bit of a gap in our spotting. Nothing I can do about it. All right, let's talk about ops report. The only thing I noticed on there that was noteworthy was that Rabal has now increased to size 5 port, which is not good because every increase in port capacity just adds capability to the port. More troops unloaded, more naval rearm level, all that stuff. And he can go up to a size 7 here. Okay, and then something I did notice, which was not reported here, as you can see, it said 79 ships sunk here, but apparently, check this out. Let's see if we can see it in this report. W5, right? Allegedly, this ship was reported as sunk near Ternate by a 100-pound bomb on February 1st. So I actually believe this. Let me show you the reference. 100-pound bomb sunk at Ternate. Let me show you. Oh, what am I looking at? Ops report. DMS W5 is reported to have been sunk near Ternate on February 1st, 1942. If you see it in the ops report, you can count it as basically gospel. So we did sink that. Now, why is it at Ternate? I'll show you. It sank here, but the only thing that got hit by 100-pound bombs were ships that were attacking Kendari about a couple months ago, if you guys recall. So I think this is one of those destroyer minesweepers that were here. It probably got to about here and sank. So it was just another casualty from our brilliant defense of Kendari when that occurred a while back. So scratch another Japanese destroyer minesweeper. And then the last thing I thought was noteworthy on the ops report was the addition of 4 additional tankers at Abaddon, because I need more tankers like I need a hole in my head. What does that mean? Does that make any sense? I don't think that's how that goes. But yeah, we got more tankers. Great. I don't need them anyway because where am I shipping fuel to that's that critical at the moment? Everywhere I need to ship fuel to is blockaded by Lodrik, i.e. Australia, South Pacific. So this doesn't do me a ton of good. All right, let's talk about the situation. So last turn, or this turn, Lodrik once again attacked here in this hex, and we were able to hold. We took a lot of losses, but so did he. Not nearly as many as we did, though. We have way more destroyed squads than he does. But we continue to hold firm in this hex. And the nice thing is, as of right now, we have all the supply we need in this hex to keep these troops functioning. And we have plenty of support. So if you see here, if you see white or green, that means the units are able to heal themselves properly. We have the supply we need. We have the support we need so that all of these disabled squads here can regenerate themselves a little faster. So this is all good. Additionally, I have some reinforcements coming in from this hex, moving to this one, but they're going to take a few more days. So we must hold out here a few more days. All right. I did notice that some of our fort levels have been rising, which is good. He cannot take these down in the field. The fort levels only go up. They don't go down. It's only at a base that Lodrik can reduce the fort level. So that's another good thing about defending in open country. All right. A little bit further south here, we don't really see a whole lot more other than the fact that this unit does not appear to be moving right now, and this one certainly is. So you can bet they're going into this hex. They'll cut off the retreat path for these units, but that's not really a big deal. Then there's nothing really in here anyway. But we got what we needed into Henyang, and we're also transferring units into Xiangtan. So I feel like we're going to be able to hold the line here for a while. So there you go. China's okay for now. The biggest threat is going to be here, because this is where I have the least amount of troops, and he has the most. I mean, the ratio, I think, is highest here. So we've got to reinforce this, because if he breaks through here, he's going to line drive straight up here for Lanchao, and it's going to be hard for us to stop him in time. So we must hold here for about a week more until I can get more reinforcements into that hex. In Burma, nothing really happened here. We had a little bit of night bombing on Bangkok, but something I just noticed here that I think is very concerning is this. The amount of troops that are now showing in Bangkok. That is several Japanese infantry divisions, probably railed up here from Singapore. Okay, they were railed up, and where are they going to go now? My guess is that he's either going to hold in Bangkok, or he's going to try to reinforce these bases up here. As you know, we do have an offensive planned in this area, and I am concerned that he's going to rail up to Pisanokalukale before I can take it. I'd like to take this base and maybe stop for a bit until I get more troops here, and then capture these two bases as well, just to kind of push the front lines out a little bit. But if these troops down here in Bangkok decide to get involved, it's going to make it a lot harder, because they have way more troops in the area than I do right now, and I'm not ready to take on several Japanese infantry divisions in Burma or Thailand in 1942 early. So we need to watch this carefully and hope they don't rail north. I don't know what he's planning, but it's dangerous. The 12th Indian Brigade is finally dead in Malaya, which ends all resistance in Malaya completely. There's nothing left on there. He owns the whole thing. It took him until March to kill that guy, but he finally did. I previously mentioned that we know that there's a tank regiment in Lahat, probably here now, and we're waiting for the invasion of Palembang to occur any day. Dutch East Indies are relatively quiet. He did land troops here. We know what this is. This is an SNLF unit. I had moved my subs to try to intercept, but they didn't get there in time. This is an SNLF unit, so Davao is full of resources for him, and it's worth some points. So that's going to be another 28-point swing when he takes this base next turn. It's undefended, so he's going to own it. And with all the troops he's got in Malay, I don't know what he's waiting for. He could probably finish this off in one more turn. And then that's basically it for all the Philippines. I'm not even counting these bases as anything, because they can't really defend themselves as it is. All right, let's talk about the big situation, Darwin. What a cluster this was. This was an absolute disaster for me. My aircraft did not perform at all. We got beat up by a bunch of Pete's float planes flying cap, which is just lame. The Banshees literally got nothing done and got slaughtered. Useless. A lot of uncoordinated strikes, a lot of everything. And now we know that he's landed a bunch of troops here. So this is what I've got in the spot. We need to get everybody back on combat mode. And I don't want any more bombarding. We need to preserve. The sad thing is here is that I don't think we can hold out against an attack at Darwin. And we have quite a bit of stuff here that I need. This aviation support is very important to me. And we stand to lose a lot of it if we can't get it out of here, which I don't think we can in time. I'm going to try. So okay, I need like this to get the heck out of Dodge right now. Any of these aviation support units are really important to me. What else? This? Yeah, we need to get these guys out of here. I'm going to attempt to evacuate what I can and start pulling supply down to Catherine just to try to build up. Look at this guy. Where are you going? Go right back. We're going to have to try to hold in Catherine, but Catherine is not good. None of this terrain is good up here. Look at this. Clear terrain everywhere. No good. Like, there's nowhere good to defend in Australia. So he's got about 700 AV. Let's take a look at the combat report on this. I think it was near the end. Yep. So far he's landed basically all of this. One full infantry division, one headquarters, one RD unit, two RD units, and looks like an engineer regiment. This is going to be good for him to reduce the forts. And 3 additional infantry regiments, cavalry, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be a problem. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold against that. Because, again, the terrain here is... I can't really tell because that ship's on there. I don't really recall what Darwin is, but I'm not convinced that it's anything more than clear terrain. We're in for trouble. And on top of that, he's still got ships here that I really can't deal with. We've got this poor guy, the Serbia, which I've been nursing back to health for months at Darwin, but I didn't get it out in time. It's not going to make it. Not good. We know he's got battleships here. He's got the carrier. He's got all kinds of support vessels. We're really in for a tough time. So I need to decide what to do with these aircraft and what my next play is. The other issue that I have here is, while you may not think Darwin's important, I guess it isn't. There's not much he can do with it. But here's what Darwin does support. The rest of this stuff. Okay, I have been supplying Ambon, Kendari, Kupang. All of this stuff has been getting supply out of Darwin since the beginning of this campaign. And if he takes Darwin, it effectively isolates the rest of the Dutch East Indies from me. I can no longer really get in there safely. I've even got a sub base here. Okay. I had one. I had to move it out. I will no longer be able to fuel my subs here. And I also will not be able to supply any of this stuff up here. So if he takes Darwin and isolates all that supply and fuel, which is quite a bit of, it's just a matter of time before he starts picking up these bases, right? Because they're going to run out of supply, they're going to run out of support. So I think that's why Darwin is a good move, at least for him, if he wants to finish off the Dutch East Indies. Darwin makes sense. Now, in the grand scheme of campaign, it doesn't, because where's he going to go, right? He's going to take some of these bases up here at most. They're not really worth much. Darwin isn't worth much. Okay, none of these bases up here are worth hardly anything. So it doesn't make a ton of sense to me from in the grand scheme of things to be invading Darwin. But again, you can draw your own conclusions. What it will do is basically seal the fate of these guys. So, in as much as that, Lodrik did a good job. The invasion went as good as it possibly could have. Now, he didn't get off scot-free. We'll take a look here. In the end, this is what we were able to inflict on him as he landed the troops, right? This Kashi, the Anyo, the Albasan Maru, and it looks like 2 to 3 destroyers are all hit. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 of these ships are going to go down. These guys are not going to go down, but they're definitely going to have to go get repaired. Probably back to Serbia or something. So we did chip some paint off of these two, which is good. Yeah, there you go. So that was the invasion of Darwin. Now let's see if we can hold out over the next couple turns. But as far as reinforcing this, I will not be able to. If Darwin falls, it's over. I can't get back there, and he's just going to own it for a while. We also spotted this. And I'll tell you exactly what this is. This is one of his raiding parties. I believe this to be possibly the one that was down here a couple turns ago, the one that killed his convoy near Perth. It appears that he's heading back to get refueled or rearmed. Remember, because it had a couple destroyers, a couple cruisers, and a CS. It's got to be these guys. They're heading back, probably towards Serbia, to grab some fuel and rearm. This is a local minesweeper. I don't know exactly what it's here for. To do what, I don't know. Don't know what that is or why it's out here. Nothing else happening at Perth. Coming around the corner here. Nothing happening on this part of Australia. Relatively quiet out here, with the exception of we have quite a bit of activity at Rabaul. Again, more ships are unloading stuff here. Don't know why. We don't know exactly what he's got here, but it shows 25 units, so that's quite a bit of stuff. We know he's got aircraft. We know he's got ships, so Rabaul's popping right now. Lots of activity. Over here, near New Hebrides and Fiji, we see this. This is not good. Okay. I just now spotted this as I looked at the turn. This looks very much like an invasion force. So my guess that it's heading southeast, which is this direction. He may be making a move on Fiji right now. Because you see there's APs, there's AKs. You have this task force here, which is providing some sort of cover. I have to assume there's carriers involved here. So obviously this is not good. So look for a possible invasion of Fiji next turn. Man, this turn just gets worse and worse. As I keep digging, I'm finding more stuff that is not good. So Darwin's jacked. Fiji's probably jacked. Nothing's left on Malaya. He's about to take a hex in China. This is bad, man. But wait, there's more. Look at this bull crap. Remember the Hiryu that was over here? Well, Lodrik decided to miracle it down to here, and of course he finds another convoy. We already sank like six ships out of this one, and this is what we've got left. Okay, of these, this one is more than certain to sink. All right, this one's done. These ones are all going to probably get away, but it ain't going to be pretty. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to split this thing up into 8 different task forces, and we're going to make it harder for his aircraft to attack this thing. We're going to split it up into 8, and his aircraft are only going to be able to target a couple, and he's going to run out of sorties quick. That's all we have left we can do. Let me show you what we lost here so far, because we're going to lose these guys too, which are B-26s with some decent pilots. Take a look at this. If we go over to we go over to aircraft losses and destroyed air groups. If we sort this by date, this is what all we lost last turn. We lost this group here. We lost this group, this group, this group, and this one. So obviously that's a big blow to me. I need these aircraft in place. So, but here's the bright side to this. Do you see this A, B, and C thing? Okay. This is why I ship my aircraft like this. Look at this. Each one of these squadrons are split up into pieces. So if I lose a ship, I only lose a third of a squadron, not the whole thing. So this actually worked out in my favor. We did lose aircraft here, no doubt. But we're only losing bits and pieces of it. So if some of these make it through, we can eventually rebuild the squadron wherever they're at. So that's why I split these up into pieces, so that one individual ship does not constitute the complete destruction of an entire unit. So I guess it could have been worse, and I'm glad that I did that, but we still lost a lot. All right. So that's that. I don't know. This guy seems to have endless amounts of fuel. I guess he can go all day, all year. Unless there's an AO out here somewhere that I can't see. He just seems to have endless amounts of fuel and sorties on this stupid thing. Can't stand it. Okay. Now, one thing I forgot to show you guys was the top pilots this last turn. With all those aircraft lost, we lost basically 18 pilots out of those 30 that were killed. Let's take a look at these. See what that looks like here. So looking at the reserve pool, It does appear, fortunately for us, that the bulk of these pilots we're going to get back. See that? A lot of these guys that were wounded are coming back. This guy, Van Pruyen, we're going to transfer in the reserve. We'll see if we get him back, Van Pruyen. And then these Boris, F. All right. But what I do like to see here is return dates on all of these things. Good stuff. We'll look at the reserve now. I'm going to scroll through this. These are the wounded pilots still. Man, look at all these wounded pilots. Boris F, we're getting him back. Awesome. Look at his experience level. This is very important to us to get this guy back. He has a kill too. So good for us. And then where's that that Dutch pilot? Where is that Dutch pilot? Huh, I don't know. He disappeared. Anyway, there you go. And let's see, where's Tanner B at? Where's old Tanner B? Nothing yet. We'll wait and see if we get these guys back permanently. Alright, I think that's it for the turn. Obviously this wasn't good. And I see a lot more bad stuff on the horizon. So I don't get Lodrik, man. There are times where he's telling me he wants to quit because he's losing. And then he does this kind of stuff where he just goes back on a rampage. So this guy's so hot and cold. He's like a... I don't know. Oh, here, let's clap for Lodrik. Another great turn. Making this harder and harder for me. But hey, that's why you're here to watch, right? Would this be fun if I was just kicking his butt from day one? What fun is that? It's going to be an uphill battle. Every day that he has successes makes it a harder day for me to get back. So I hope you're enjoying this campaign. I still am. Even though I'm complaining a lot, don't be fooled. I'm having a great time. Even when I'm getting my butt kicked, I'm still having fun. So I'm not going to complain anymore because there's no need. We will eventually win this thing. I guarantee it. Just like that suit guy. Remember the Men's Warehouse? You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Catch you guys on the next one.